Yeah, it should be a good match. I did realize the other day that these are two, well, mostly French teams among them. And the event is being played in France, so that's probably a huge win for the home country. We have a couple of players that we haven't watched yet. I think I will start with this table for this quarter only, and then maybe we'll try and find a table with, well, fewer sponsors and maybe a little bit better bridge, but it will be good to show off some of the newer players that we don't get to see all that often. So first board, North passes, East opens a no trump with the 15 count, South passes, West bids 2 no, and I wonder what 2 no is. Maybe West is intending to transfer to diamonds and then show spades, if possible, but it's a little difficult to do that, at least in most of the methods that I'm familiar with. Usually when you transfer to a minor suit, which is I think what's going on here, 3 of a major shows shortness. And so West here could bid 3 hearts, but that would generally be a hand that looks more like 3-1-6-3 in shape, not this 5-card spade suit on the side. So, I mean, a little bit unusual. I think a lot of players might have just transferred to spades and then bid 3 diamonds natural to show a game force with the West hand. But obviously, that has some disadvantages as well. Your partner doesn't know that you have a 6-card diamond suit. You might just be 5-4. I wonder what South's thinking about. I mean, maybe South isn't thinking. Maybe we just have a little bit of pause in the action from either the Vugraph operator or I guess it's possible West is thinking. One of the things for live Vugraph is that if the operator is not sitting in the right position, they will only be able to see action on one side of the table. So we could get some of these delayed bids where both South and West bid very quickly here because they're screen mates. Like if the Vugraph operator is sitting in this like top right corner here, observing just North and East, they won't be able to see what happens from the South and West players behind screens until the board comes through. You're right, PJF. It also can be difficult to see if you're drinking heavily, which is a requirement for Vugraph operators, of course. I think we've been over this. How is your breathing, breakfasting, and sleeping going? So West has, I mean, done something a little ambitious, and I think is duly going to be punished for it here. It's kind of funny that with both ace-kings and major suits on side, 3 no trump is making on this hand. But it's kind of understandable from West's perspective to just say, I have 6-5, I would rather play this in a suit than in no trump. The counterpoint to that is like with only 8 high card points, you're going to need partner to have a lot of aces to be able to take 11 tricks. So 9 might be a little bit easier. Yeah, it just needs a minor suit lead. Now, South, I'm not familiar with South, but South is, of course, the sponsor for the Vinciguerra team, having the team name. And it should be the case that a spade lead is safe. We know West has long spades. East open to no trump, so should have a doubleton. So we can lead a spade and probably get a suit preference signal from our partner. Otherwise, this would be a bit of a nightmare to defend. As South, he would just be on a blind guess as to what to do. But ace of spades. North probably gives some sort of attitude signal just to confirm that they aren't getting a spade ruff. But then on the king of spades, North can show off which ace they have. It's not the most obvious hand to defend. I'll give it that. You need to really be on the same wavelength as your partner as to what signals you're getting. So here, that four of spades was just confirming I'm not getting a spade ruff. Maybe that should have been known from the auction, but it's always nice to confirm that. Now the king of spades, 8, suit preference, asking for hearts. Heart comes through. We get a push board, 5 diamonds at the other table. I'm curious how they bid it at the other table. Okay, this is more of what I would have expected auction-wise. Original transfer to spades with the follow-up plan be to bid 3 diamonds and show a game force. North makes a little bit of an aggressive lead directing double, only 4 cards in the suit. South decides to try 3 hearts. And that kind of vaulted West into the 5 diamond bid. So board 2, we get a push on the first board. 14 count from East now. Decent 5-card suit, all the honors are working. I mean, I would definitely upgrade this into a 15 to 17 no trump if that's what I was playing. We'll see if East elects to do that. And then I'd be curious if West tries to invite 2 aces, but a flat 4 triple 3. The 4-card suit is pretty weak. Feels wrong to just pass out a no trump with 2 aces, but maybe that would be the correct choice. Yeah, there we go. 1 no by East. Good man. So West has this decision to make. I know, finally we get some bridge after all the days of non-bridge that we've been watching. I mean, I would probably invite. But West goes with a pass. Not really gonna matter here. On almost whatever lead, Declare's just gonna take the diamond finesse and cash out for 8 tricks. You like pass? Reasonable. Aces are just so undervalued in the 4-3-2-1 point count system. Like, having 2 aces is effectively more like 9 high card points. You don't think they'll hook the diamond? Why not? Oh, because it's Queen Doubleton onside? Okay, fine. They're going to play low to the ace and then low to the king. Yes. Good point. Good point. Well, the 10 of clubs is going to be the best start for the defense. I'm sure Declare is pretty happy that he's only at the 1 level now. I don't think we duck this trick. Okay, yeah, I think this is the right play by Declare. Like, we don't want it to go 10 of clubs winning, then they switch to a different suit. We duck that, like hearts, for example. We duck that, then they switch back to clubs. We duck that, then they switch back to hearts. Oftentimes, it's right to just give up the first suit that they lead and let them take, 4 or 5, even 5 tricks in that suit, as long as they're not knocking out our other stoppers. So this will be 8 tricks for Declare. I mean, I guess it's possible we're going to see a 9th trick. If Declare has been carefully counting, well, now especially if Declare has been carefully counting, he can exit a low spade and pick up. Okay. So that happened. This might still turn out okay for Declare. I mean, it looks as if South has been very unhelpful in discarding. Oh, that's not true. Not South, North. North pitched the Jack of Spades, so South should get this one right. He can cash a club and then exit the King of Hearts. So that'll be 1 imp. It looks like a bit of a miss from East, because this whole thing about exiting a club, that really doesn't have a great chance. It would require a bit, huge defensive mistake to score an overtrick here. But exiting a low spade at least had the option of picking up a King Doubleton. You'll always get back in with the Ace of Hearts before they cash too many tricks. And in this case, it would have worked out great. Yeah, Declare might be happy with the spade hook losing, but with only 22 highs between the two hands, I think it's unlikely the other table would reach 3-0. So now just the King of Hearts. Good defense by South. I mean, after a bit of a misstep by Declare, I would say. So Declare has elected to throw North in to take a spade hook. The thing about this line of play is that if the King of Spades was onside, the defense could have played a little bit differently earlier to prevent this possibility. But 1 imp going the way of Vinciguerra. Hey, Ali, welcome. And how's the pace of play at the other table? Looks like we're at, 2 boards finished at both tables. Kind of on track for both of them to finish around the same time. Okay, board 3. South has an opening bid. The question is just, what is the opening bid? We could open a diamond, of course. We could open 3 diamonds. I think both of those are actually quite sensible. If you're feeling ambitious, you could open a no trump as South. I actually don't hate the 1-no opener so much. It's definitely a psych. But it kind of falls under the same category as what I'm thinking about a 3-diamond opener, which is that the hand, I don't know, for whatever reason to me just feels preemptive. And so both 3 diamonds and 1-no accomplish that effect, whereas a 1-diamond opener doesn't really do that. But 1 diamond is definitely a little bit closer to the norm. You have 10 highs, you're like rule of 19, good 7-card suit, king doubleton outside is nice. But we'll see what South does. It looks like 3-no does make north-south because the hearts are splitting. And the fact that, if South is declaring, which I guess they wouldn't be, but I was thinking, like, if South was declaring, there's no way West could get their partner in to put a spade through and give declare a spade guess. So South elects to open a diamond, which seems perfectly fine. We'll see if West is of the opinion that this hand's a takeout double. I would do it, and West agrees as well. Oh, I didn't count. I was thinking that the opponents only had 3 hearts and 1 outside ace. No, of course you're right. They have 2 black aces. So 3-no trump is not making. It might still be where north-south get, because north has this 12 count. His partners open the bidding. North has, stoppers in the major suits. And with south bidding 3 diamonds here, I think there's a good chance we'll see 3-no from north. Now, I guess it's possible if West doesn't bid hearts, we might get a spade lead from East. I could see 3-no making. A spade lead would also technically defeat the contract, but it does require a little bit of effort on the defensive part. I can't imagine passing as north. King doubleton of diamonds now looks like a great card. I don't think your partner's 3 diamond bid is just supposed to be made on any minimum opener. But maybe north-south have some sort of agreement where south could have bid, say, 2-no trump to show a good hand with long diamonds. Some sort of like good-bad 2-no trump in competition. Or what would it be? Bad-good 2-no trump, because that would be like inverted. And therefore this 3 diamond bid might just show a minimum with competitive strength. The other table, we do get the result in, 3-no trump going down 1 in the north. So potential for a swing if north elects to pass out 3 diamonds. The fact that north is aceless, I think cuts both ways. Whoa. Well, 3 hearts is going to fetch 3-no from south. It looks like north might have been afraid of the spade suit, which is sensible. Like, the 3 diamond bid could easily have a singleton in one of the majors. 3 diamonds weak given no double of 2 diamonds. Yeah, possibly. I'm not sure. I think I like the 3 diamond bid by south. But I also would probably make the 3 diamond bid on a hand with like 15 highs and a 6-card diamond suit. if I hadn't elected to open a no trump, you know, like 1-3-6-3 shape with 15 high card points, I would probably also bid 3 diamonds. Well, heart lead, declare flies king, which I think makes sense. You don't want to duck this and have the opponent switch suits. So declare doing something that I think is sensible. Rather than just setting up a club trick and hoping that the opponents kind of mess up in their cash out, declare is just going to run all 7 diamonds immediately. Yeah, West can obviously pitch down to singleton ace of clubs and a singleton queen of spades. But it might not be obvious to do so. I mean, I suspect it will be. Like, from West's perspective, because it's teams, there's no real risk in coming down to the stiff queen of spades. If your partner has the spade ace, you have it beat, and if your partner doesn't have the spade ace, then declare just has 9 tricks in hand. But maybe there were some layouts of the cards where it would be a little bit more complicated. So push board, 3-0 down 1 in both rooms. But I do think I like the auction here to 3-0. Looked like bridge. And that's what we're hoping for, that today it looks like bridge. Who is our lovely VuGraph operator that has been talking to us? Diarmuid Redden from Ireland. We have not seen this VuGraph operator yet. Hopefully they do a good job. Ooh, West has a big hand, 21 highs. Not great distribution. And, I mean, this is one of those hands where, like, you open 2 no trump, it goes all pass, and all you get is all your aces and kings. If these teams play badly, can another team win the competition? Yes. Yes, they can. There's a caveat in the rules where if you don't at least make double dummy par on one of the 56 boards, then you have all of your titles stripped and you get thrown into prison. I think it's a minimum 2-year sentence. Whoop. Not 2 diamonds. Let's try that one again. Okay, apparently 2 diamonds. So 2 diamonds is multi. It's much more common to play the 2 diamonds multi is week 2 in either major or 18 to 19. At least that's the multi that I'm familiar with. And here West has 21. So it looks like they just have a little bit of a different range for some of the bids. So here 2 diamonds multi, 2-0 is just... I haven't decided. Probably 20 to 21, but maybe it's like 21 to 23 or something. But East, with King 10 5th, I mean, it's not a great hand, but vulnerable, you don't really like pass out 2 no trump all that often. At least not playing teams. so elects to try for the game. And game wouldn't be so bad, except for the fact that there is a 4-1 diamond split with the queen offside. So South is going to be able to prevent Declare from accessing all the long diamonds in dummy if he ducks the first round of the suit. Well, I mean in the sense that if Declare runs the jack of diamonds immediately, South would have to duck. The auction has not ended yet, which is concerning to me. I mean, it looks like North is just going to get off to the King of Spades lead. All right, auction is over. Maybe South was asking about the auction and West was just writing a note or something to let him know. Whoa. Okay. We do get a decent VU graph operator saying he alerts everyone it was his fault. After saying he forgot that it was his bid. Man, I hate that whenever I left click on this area, it just pulls up this stupid thing. The sleep coup. So King of Spades holds. North continues to attack the spade suit. And another spade. I mean, 3-0 going down only one looks like a pretty big result in the other room. I guess that means what happened is South just elected to win the Queen of Diamonds early. That seems like a pretty large blunder, though. Like, Declare is going to go Ace of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds, I'm pretty sure. And then South is going to have a complete count on the diamond suit, so it should be absolutely clear to duck. Like, yes, it's true that there might be some scenario where you duck this trick and then Declare just, like, cashes the next 6 tricks somehow. But I think it's far more likely that if you win this trick, you play anything, Declare wins, and then has 3 diamonds that he otherwise wasn't going to score. So I kind of expect South to duck, and then how bad is it from there? I guess it's not the end of the world. I mean, Declare can then cross to the Diamond King, run the 10 of clubs. Doesn't Declare then hook clubs and go down only 1? Maybe? Yeah, I guess that's true. He can, rather than score 4 diamonds, he'll end up scoring 3 diamonds and 2 clubs. But Declare will have to, you know, find that line of play. I guess it's not too difficult. He doesn't really have entries to dummy to do much else, but still. I mean, it just feels completely wrong to win the diamond queen here. That's my opinion, though. So maybe it is just going to be down one no matter what. South is thinking about it. I mean, in addition to deciding whether or not to duck this trick, South just needs to count the high card points and realize, well, decide basically whether or not his partner could have a whole variety of values in the round suits. You know, like King 10 of hearts, or Ace Jack of clubs, or all of these possibilities, and he's going to need to work out what the what the best play is in all of those combinations. Longer tank than I would have expected. I mean, I guess if our partner has just the Ace Jack of clubs, ducking this trick would allow Declare to make it, right? Because this would be Declare's third trick. The King of diamonds would be Declare's fourth trick. No, that's still not enough. Even if Declare gets 4 hearts, that's still only 8. Hey, ATN. Hello? Okay, well, this feels like a bit of a lie. Vinciguerra was asking Mauberquez questions in French about how many points the 2 diamond 2 no trump bid showed. And VuGraph Operator says he thought the reply was 24 plus, which West had 21. So I don't think that's what's going on, but well, South did win the Queen of Diamonds, and that means Declare's job is going to be pretty easy to just cash out. I mean, technically you can play to make it from here. Like if South is holding on to Queen Jack of hearts and the King of clubs, you could play a heart to the 10 right now. But Declare elects not to. So down 1, another push board. The only imps that we've seen scored so far were that board 2, where Declare took maybe a slightly less optimal plan for a second over trick at this table, and it cost them. Have the feeling the other table is speeding up a little bit, taking off away from us, so 2 boards more completed over there. I mean, this board should be over. But board 5, they're on to board 6 in the other room. Yeah, all the teams have been playing fairly accurately, I would say, at least so far. It's been a long event. And at the ends of some of these long events, the bridge can slip a little bit. We might see some of that today. What is the holdup? I really hope Declare isn't in the tank about what to do from this position. Surely the defenders can claim. Once again, Declare has fallen asleep. That wouldn't be the first time. Alright, 8 tricks, push forward. Apparently the VuGraph operator says there's a big discussion about whether or not West had showed 24 highs, which, I mean, clearly he just didn't have. So I don't really understand what was going on there. Hopefully it wasn't like a real legitimate psych on high card points. Wow. What a hand. So East opens 3 diamonds. South has a big hand here. Looks like 18 highs, good 6-card spade suit, a bunch of aces. And West also has some stuff, but the void in partner's diamond suit makes it, you know, so that he's probably unlikely to bid. I am shocked by North's pass. North has, I think, a very good hand in general for this auction. Frequently, your partner is going to have a singleton diamond, right? When you have 3 small, and East has promised 7. So 3 small diamonds looks great opposite that. You have nice filling honors in the round suits. Queen doubleton of spades. Your partner is generally going to have a 6-card spade suit for this bid. I don't know if the hand's good enough to bid 4 diamonds as a Q bid, but I think 4 spades is kind of automatic. The other table did reach 4 spades on, a bit of a different auction. South electing to double first and then show a single suited hand in spades. I like 3 spades a little bit better. Hey, Zabutin. Yeah, this is nice defense so far. Ace of clubs and a small club. And now we're gonna get a diamond through. That is a weird diamond to play. That is a very weird diamond to play because now Declare is making 10 tricks. I mean, we're in 3 spades, so it doesn't matter, right? But now West just gets squeezed in the round suits. Hello? What was the low diamond? What was this low diamond play? Excuse me? What? I guess it didn't matter. It's only the costing an over trick here, but this is very strange. Yeah, he wants a club rough. I mean, okay. But the thing is, your partner's always going to give you a club rough. Like, if you played back the king of diamonds and your partner wasn't void, then that's great. At least you didn't blow up the ace-jack into ace-jack doubleton and declare his hand. All right. I mean, in fact, at this point, Declare can claim on a double squeeze. East has the known diamond length, West has the known club length. Declare can just run all of his trumps, cash the diamond ace, and claim the hearts have to be good. Doesn't matter what the distribution is or where the heart cards are. That was very weird. I wonder how the defense went at the other table. I mean, probably not this badly. So ace of clubs lead, small club continuation, ruffed. Actually, you know, look at this, right? At our table, Declare didn't dump the queen of clubs, which I think was probably a bit of a mistake. After ace of clubs, Declare drops the queen. It's not so automatic to give partner a club rough. Maybe you can tell based on the carding that if your partner had 7-2 doubleton, they would have played a different spot. But here you're very much risking Declare wins this trick and dummy, your partner follows, and then Declare pitches a loser on it. But so this was strong defense, club rough. We do get the king of diamonds back, which means the squeeze no longer operates. Declare doesn't have enough winners. So the king of diamonds covered, spade return. And yeah, there's no squeeze. I'm not sure what Declare ended up doing. Declare, of course, could have just cashed out for down one here, but elected to, I guess, run all the trumps in the hopes that something weird was happening, or that the defense messed up. And ended up going down an extra for his troubles. I don't like that play. Mostly because I just don't really see a layout where I'm going to make the contract. I guess East could have had Queen Jack Doubleton of hearts, then the squeeze operates, but anyway. We're on to board 6. First big imp scored of the match going to Vinciguerra. What are the commentators saying about every game failing? Let's see. So it is our VuGraph operator who is giving us some insights. It looks like the VuGraph operator is just trying to give commentary while also doing VuGraph. Probably not a good idea, but so far I haven't minded. I think this guy has been doing a pretty good job on the operating. I do like when the VuGraph operators tell us a little bit about the discussions happening at the table, and he's been doing a decent job of that. So on this board, well, somehow we have now caught up to the other table. They do not have a result in yet on this one. Diamond by East. East has a 14 count. But notably, we did see East open no trump on 14 earlier with a 5-card diamond suit. This time, vulnerable, and with 5-4-2-2, he elects not to do it. The problem with not opening a no trump on these kinds of hands, I mean, depending on your range, like maybe East just said, we're playing 15 to 17, and this hand doesn't quite qualify, which is a fair assessment, is that now when you rebid a no trump, you might be lying to your partner about your high card count. So diamond, heart, double, 4 or 5 spades, 1 no trump by East, all pass. I could see a couple different leads here. If we're going to lead a heart, it's not clear to me whether we want to lead high or low. But I'm also tempted by a club lead. Like this one no bid, when we're sitting on ace king 10, I think is very frequently going to be exactly what Declare has. And so South does come up with a club lead, which that 7 of clubs is a pretty big card in North's hand. Declare is only ever going to be able to take 2 clubs. So how do we want to play this as Declare? The other table bid to 2 spades in the West and ended up going down 2. I'm going to quickly take a look at that auction. East opened a no trump, kind of reasonable, and then West showed a 5-card spade suit invitational, which is fairly common. You go through Stamen and then bid 2 spades to show not 4 spades with an invite, but 5 spades with an invite. Feels like Declare attacks spades and will make 4 spades, 2 clubs, and 1 trick from a red suit. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So that's what Declare has gone after. I mean, King 10-9 fifth, upset Ace Doubleton. The normal line of play is Ace, Ace King, and then another. You're going to pick up any Honor Doubleton or any 3-3 split. I suppose the question is just, what's our red suit trick? Well, we of course can just like play a heart to the queen right now, and south is effect. That was not the. Was that really the discard? What? Excuse me? Okay. Okay. Let's back that one up for just a second. Well played. That was a misclick. I mean, the ace of diamonds and 7 of hearts are right next to each other in Declare's hand. Or not in Declare's hand, in South's hand. So good attempt from South. Obviously, heart lead at trick 1 would have been less effective, but the fact that North never really got into Cash's clubs, I mean, and North's clubs didn't exactly get established. That 9 of clubs in dummy was a big card. Meant Declare is going plus in this room. So that will be now a relatively large swing back the direction of France Green, and they'll be on the board, and the match will be close again. What is this? 290 is gonna go with 8. 7? Maybe 7. The diamond 7's a bad discard. Oh, you're right. The diamond 7's a really bad discard. So this is going to be 320 then. Yeah, the club suit is dead. North just made a bit of a mistake here. So 8 imps to France Green. Now the margin is 2. I mean, still a ton of bridge to play. We got 8 boards in this segment. We have 50 boards to go in the match overall. 3 passes around to East, who has a pretty big hand, 18 count. Man, if East opens 2 diamonds here, I'm gonna lose it. Because West opened 2 diamonds with 21 earlier. And apparently announced the 2 diamond openers 24 plus. So this would be real special. But it is going to be important to figure out what kind of no trump ranges they're playing. Okay. So 2-0 by East. 18 to 19. And this is one of the downsides of playing some of these other conventions. Like, you're going to gain on the hands where you have a multi-opener. Sometimes. Just because you get to show your ranges at a lower level, and then also might be able to play some different conventions over those types of bids. But here, being forced to open at the 2 level and no trump with only 18 highs can get you into a lot of trouble. So you can definitely lose out on these types of auctions. 3 no trump might make. So it looks like West has transferred to hearts. 3 hearts. 3 hearts alerted. I've seen a lot of alerts of these transfer acceptances, and I wonder if that's because this shows 3 card support. It's fairly popular in Europe for these 2 no openers. I mean, if the 2 no opener is strong, like 22 plus, it's pretty popular. to play transfers as game forcing. And therefore, you are able to find a 5-3 fit immediately at the 3 level because partner is allowed to bid 3 no trump if they only have a doubleton heart. So maybe that's what's going on here. I'm getting a little bit different info from the VuGraph operator. That says 3 hearts apparently might show 2 hearts, which is once again a lie. And I feel like if I ever play against these guys, I would write up like 10 recorder forms against them, this East-West pair. Like, to me, it seems like they're just cheating. So, and I don't say that lightly. Zibitin says, European alert regulations say that if it is artificial or doesn't promise a suit, it's alertable. So even transfer acceptances are alertable. Got it. Interesting. I didn't know that. It's been a long time since I've played a tournament in Europe, and I don't remember a lot of the differences between the required alert procedures. But that's good to know. So in 3 no trump, I mean, Declare is of course going to go after the heart suit, trying to set it up. The defense is probably going to continue attacking spades. That will prevent a late dummy entry to the hearts. The Queen of Clubs is an entry to dummy. North actually has a decision to make. Because if East really has 2 hearts, then North should win this heart, play a spade, and then win the next heart when Declare leads 1 off dummy. Yeah, ATN says that Declare can take 3 diamond tricks. Which looks true. So how many tricks would Declare end up getting? It looks like he would get 3 diamonds, 3 spades, 2 clubs, and a heart. Are we certain that Declare is going down if he goes after hearts, though, instead? I guess so, right? Because the defense can get 2 hearts, 1 spade, 1 club, and 1 diamond. So I think you're right that Declare might need to revert to diamonds once 1 round of hearts holds. And of course, if the opponents don't duck the ace-king of hearts on either the first 2 rounds, then Declare can access the heart winners without needing to give up a club trick. But yeah, North's position is a little tense. Oh, I also like, so our VuGraph operator is from Ireland and felt the need to clarify that when he said one of the players has gone for drinks, he was getting water. Because as an Irishman myself, whenever someone says they're going for drinks at like 2 in the afternoon, that means they're just getting like completely sloshed at a local bar. All right, well, here it is. Hold on. If this is a true discussion that happened at the table where East said he showed 2 hearts, I would be livid right now as North. Like, I absolutely would have a director ruling on this hand. ATN says the 6 of hearts helps. You mean South had the singleton 6? Yeah, it's possible, but, you know, with that being said, it's also just possible that if we presume as defenders that we know the count in the suit, because declare promised a certain amount of length, then cards don't really become count signals, they become suit preference. So, like, from South's perspective, if declare had truly promised 2 hearts, North had a known count in the heart suit, and therefore South could have given a suit preference signal as opposed to a count signal. It's definitely risky playing against pairs who do stuff like this, though. But I'm not going to pass judgment yet. It's very possible that the Vugraph operator doesn't speak French very well and doesn't know what East-West have shown, or what all the comments that they're exchanging back and forth at the table. But still, I mean, something about this seems fairly suspicious to me, where on a previous board, West had quote-unquote said he had 24 high card points and he turned up with 21, and now East has said that he's promising exactly 2 hearts and he turns up with 3. There is some bridge logic on the auction, right? West transferred to hearts, bid 3 no trump, and East didn't correct back to 4 hearts, which doesn't necessarily guarantee that East has a doubleton, but I think you know, if you had to bet, you would probably assume East had a doubleton. But still, I mean, there's just nothing the defense can do at this point because declare now has communication in the heart suit. They can either set up a club or they can set up a spade, but not both. I mean, North's spending some time thinking. I suspect North is just going to continue spades. Okay, he switches to diamonds. I mean, maybe he was just being hopeful that on a good day, South could have like ace, king, jack of diamonds. It would have given East a 17 count. But 3-no down 1 at the other table and 3-no making an overtrick here. That's going to be a relatively large swing. 12 imps going the way of France Green. Seems like there is a lot of discussion going on at the table at the end of these hands, because for previous matches we've seen the Vugraph operator just kind of quickly claim at the end of play there, and it's not as if declare had a difficult time explaining his claim. He just overtakes the heart and then his hand is good. But a difficult hand to defend. I mean, it looks as if declare could always make it if he picks off the right line of play, which is, as ATN was saying, take 1 heart and then switch to the diamond suit. But it's not that obvious to do so. So West, 12 count, will open a heart in first seat. East also has a 12 count. PJF says 3 no trump once again. The fact that King third of hearts is on side makes that contract workable. The spade hook is working, the diamond hook is not. But 5 hearts, 2 spades, 1 club, and 1 diamond is going to be enough. Sounds right to me. It's possible, depending on how light East-West open, that East might only invite with the 12 count, given that small doubleton heart is not the ideal support that his partner might be looking for. But I suspect East is going to game force. So we'll probably see something like a heart of spade, a no trump, 3 no trump. Ooh, this is interesting information. They're apparently using Lovebridge tablets for the bidding. So I don't exactly know what that means. I've never used the Lovebridge tablets, but they're playing live, but apparently, I don't know, doing some sort of bidding on tablets, which is a little bit weird. So kind of as expected, a heart of spade, a no trump, 3 no. North gonna be on lead. Probably gonna get a club lead. You don't want to lead spades or hearts, and when picking between the minor suits, I think you just lead your longer one here. Yeah, that's a fair point, Showstrock. So bidding on tablets means the players can give their own explanations and the opponents can see them. So it's not going to be as complicated as the normal behind screens methods where you have to like scribble on a piece of paper so that your opponents can hopefully read it, and if you have terrible handwriting, it's really bad. Presumably it reduces misinformation. Well, you say that. I still don't know what to believe, but we've seen now 2 hands out of 7 where, if I believe the VuGraph operator, and it seems like he's doing a pretty good job, but I'm not certain how good his French is, East-West have like deliberately lied about their hands to North-South. And so that... I mean, it's not as if like playing on the tablets has caused that, but I mean, maybe East-West are just a bit of a shady pair. But yeah, I think it is possible that it could help out. Which suit do you hook first as declare, spades or diamonds? I mean, my inclination would be to hook spades, because if I hook diamonds and it goes badly, the opponents can then set up a bunch of diamond tricks. Like, imagine South has King, Jack, 10, 5th of diamonds. But if I hook spades and it goes badly, I have the protection of all these high spot cards. It's, it's actually really unclear how to play this hand. Like, Declare might be very worried because this club lead is going to knock out his only entry to his hand. So if the hearts don't split with King third on side, like, even if hearts are 3-3 but North has the King third, Declare is just going to lose the entire heart suit after this lead. I wonder, therefore, if it's right to win the club lead and run the 10 of spades. I mean, that's going to go great for Declare, but my thinking is that if I get 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 3 spades, and 2 diamonds, I can make 9 tricks. So I wouldn't need this miraculous heart layout. I would basically just need honor third of spades in North's hand, like king third or jack third, which is quite likely, assuming North actually has a 4-card club suit. North is less likely to have spade length as well. So then, you know, I could take the spade hook, win whatever the return is, take a heart finesse, that'll probably win, which doesn't give me a lot of information about the hand, but then I could like take a diamond finesse and hopefully collect, you know, my 3 spades, 2 hearts, 2 clubs, and 2 diamonds. Okay. Or this happens. Well, now that this has happened, I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about what South was going to do. I guess I just assumed South would put up the queen. It feels kind of weird not to put up the queen, right? Like, how is North getting in on this hand? So, like, as South, if we play the queen, and we next get in with the, say, Declare takes a diamond finesse, we get in with the king of diamonds, we can just play a club back, and that'll set up partner's jack fourth, right? Like, that's basically what we're playing for here. When we stick in the 9, we're hoping that partner has the jack instead of the king or ace. Okay. So this happened. This doesn't make any sense. This play makes 0 sense to me. Because the opponents are now just going to continue clubs, and it's not like we've gained anything, right? If the hearts are 3-3, I mean, I guess we've gained against king third of hearts with North. But like, if the hearts aren't 3-3, we haven't really gained a trick by doing this. And we've squandered a hand entry that we might have needed to take a spade finesse or a diamond finesse. I don't know. Something crazy is going on here. So North has his club set up. West is in hand. Tries the 10 of spades. Spade to the king. Heart. Oh, not spade to the king. Spade covered by the king. Yeah, good play by North, I think, to cover the 10 of spades with the king. It looks as if Declare is running that 10 of spades. And so if you play small, Declare runs it, and then Declare obviously knows what's going on in the suit. At least if you play the king, Declare can win the ace and might get into a position later where it's not safe to take the spade finesse. But here, just a spade to the 9 will be good enough to collect 10 tricks. So one imp going the way of east-west. We're going to have 6 more boards to play in this segment. And France Green is going to be up by 11 after this one. 4:30. On to the next board. Ooh. Okay, so North's going to pass, East is going to open probably 1 heart. And then the first question is, what is South going to do? I mean, presumably we start with Michael's Cupid. 2 hearts. West has some values. I mean, West might elect to double the Michael's Cupid just to get his hand off his chest. The thing is, the double would tend to show more stuff in the spade suit. But it's possible that West will do it anyway because passing feels bad. Bidding 3 clubs, your hand isn't quite strong enough for that. Is the Cupid good when you want to protect the kings? I don't see anything wrong with the bid here. Okay, well, we have a bit of a different system. 3 clubs showing spades and diamonds. 5-5. But yeah, it probably doesn't matter if you let partner declare, because you expect the opener to have the aces most of the time in the suits. I don't think that's the main consideration. I think the thing is, if you don't do this, then either the opponents might preempt you out of showing both your suits, or your partner's never going to believe that you're 5-5 in the 2 suits because you didn't start with the Cupid. Well, not exactly the auction I was expecting. A heart by East, 3 clubs by South, and that has allowed West to get in with the double showing clubs. North with the double fit should bid game, absolutely. I mean, the singleton heart looks great. And of course, 4-card spade support. So 4 spades. Now, I mean, I figured East would bid something. I wasn't sure if as East I would bid 5 hearts or 5 clubs. Both of them feel quite reasonable. I think I would have been tempted with a 5 club bid as East. Like, if partner has a singleton heart, I would rather play this in clubs than in hearts, because I would expect North to then have like king 3rd of hearts a lot of the time, and we have a trump loser. Oh boy. You don't think the double implies clubs? Ooh. That's a reasonable thought. Yeah, that's very possible. So North's 4 spade bid didn't necessarily promise values, which meant that South wasn't really able to double 5 hearts over here, because South kind of thinks, hey, my partner's just preempting. Maybe partner has like 5 small spades and no defense. And yeah, it's nice that I have the king of hearts as a trick. The ace of spades might cash, but you know, what other tricks am I taking on this hand? So I wonder if North should have... I don't know what North should do over 5 hearts. I think 5 spades is a bad bid. But whether you pass or double, I'm not really sure. Double feels a little optimistic with effectively no defense. I mean, the king of clubs looks like it might be a good card. But aside from that, no defense. And the thing is, like, you already preempted 4 spades. There's no reason to then second guess your judgment when the opponents have been forced to guess at the 5 level. Yep, parity with the other table. So we do get a diamond lead, 3 rounds of diamonds, ruffed, and then East will just cash the ace of hearts, and that will be the end of the tricks for the defense. Down 2. 5 hearts was going down, I think. I mean, north-south have 2 spades to cash, and the king of hearts at least is a trick. So we could have had a swing, but we do not. Oh, and a club ruff. Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, 2 rounds of spades, a club ruff, and the king of hearts. So it would have been 2 down. All right. So the margin remains 12 or 11 after 9 boards. We now got 5 boards to play in the segment. East gonna pass. South should be opening his 11 count. Decent 5-card suit. So South will open a diamond. And then West has a bit of a decision to make. You could overcall no trump with a bit of a flimsy diamond stopper, ace doubleton, but an okay 5-card club suit on the side, which could provide a source of tricks. I think that would be my choice. The second choice would probably be to pass a diamond opener as West, which also seems fine. I mean, if West does decide to overcall a no trump, West is going to get doubled. North has a pretty big hand opposite his partner's opening bid. I imagine East-West would be able to find a run out to their 4-4 spade fit. Or maybe even 2 clubs. That seems like a reasonable place to play as well. But I guess we have to wait. They say they're bidding on tablets. And so pass by East. I'm expecting South to open. I guess I wouldn't be shocked if South elected to pass with only 11. But there's a diamond. So we'll have to see if West bids a no trump. I think it's either a no trump or pass. Those are kind of the 2 main options here. West elects to pass. Maybe a little conservative, but I mean, it's pretty reasonable opposite a passed hand partner. So now I expect North-South to just kind of quickly bid their way to 3 no trump. Which will go down if the defense finds a club lead. Is it going to go down if they don't find a club lead? I think no. So North has to make a decision now about whether or not he wants to look for a 5-3 heart fit. Ooh, okay. The auction's heating up a little bit. West has doubled a no trump. And I don't think this is going to go so poorly for them, but I do expect them to end up declaring something doubled now. You don't like the double? Well, it looks particularly bad when North has a 14 count, but if North had like a 6 count and your partner had 8, then I think you would be very sad if you didn't get involved in the auction. I think this is why my preference would have just been to overcall a no trump. I'm a little light for it, but at least I do have the 5-card club suit. And it doesn't put me in this like awkward position where like now the opponents have had more time to exchange information. I think we have to double if we don't bid the first time around. I could imagine partner has like queen 5th of spades and the king of diamonds, and we're just cold for 4 spades, right? That would be a very possible hand for partner. Whoa, what is this? What are you doing, North? Hello? You just blue card this, and then you red card the next thing. And if 3-no makes, you win an imp. Yeah, 2 spades would probably be the run out. I think you're right about that. And yes, I was kind of joking. I don't think North would double 2 spades. But still, I mean, it's not as if the opponents have bid to 2 spades yet. And maybe more importantly, 3-no trump is down. North has a lot of soft values. I mean, it is a 14 count, right? So you kind of do expect your partner to have decent play for 3-no trump. But maybe an argument against that is that like West has showed a fairly strong hand and a fairly distributional hand. So West might be able to set up a 5-card suit somehow, probably clubs. Well, this is going to go down 1. Other table, West elected to overcall a no trump, it looks like. Although I'm kind of confused. Oh, okay. South passed. That's why 1 no trump didn't get doubled. It only went 1 down. I see. Declare was able to score a heart trick. Is this really enough? This might be enough. Well, that's 6 tricks. Declare quickly collected 6 tricks and got out for down 1 in the other room. But here, 3-no north-south also going down 1. It's going to be 5 imps. Going the way of France Green, who picks up another small amount. 4 boards to go in the segment. South going to be passing in first seat. We have another pretty big hand by West, 18 count. Opens 2-no. At least they're consistent with this opening bid. So this is 18 to 19 balanced. East has 11. I would be very tempted to just bid 3-no and not worry about searching for a 4-4 heart fit. But we'll see what East elects to do. East goes through 3 clubs. Three now has chances. Yeah, I suppose the club suit is blocked. 4 hearts does not have chances. I see. Well, then my intuition was correct. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, at least in 3-no trump, that 9 of clubs gives you a little bit of extra protection. Obviously, against 3-no, if North like got off to the 10 of clubs lead, that would make Declarer's life the most difficult. But Declarer still could overcome that as long as they blocked the club suit. But yeah, the mirror distribution does not help. And I kind of go either way. One argument for looking for a 4-4 heart fit would be that East's hearts are so strong. So it's possible that the opponents like have a suit that they can run either in spades, clubs, or even maybe diamonds. Like stick this King of Hearts into one of the black suits, and I think it's very clear to just bid 3-no over 2-no. With Hearts 3-2, you think 4 hearts would make. South gets unplayed in clubs. You mean like, so we cash the Ace of Hearts, we run the Jack of Hearts, we cash all 3 diamonds, we cash 2 spades, and then we go Ace of Clubs club? I guess that's your line of play. I don't know if that would be the normal line of play, but it looks like that one would work against this club layout. It might be better to just play for North to hold the King, Queen of Clubs, though. Possibly. And so, rather than going Ace of Clubs club, you lead a low club. What was the opening lead? The opening lead was a low club. So the opening lead was a low club, allowing Declarer to take a couple of clubs. But it also set up a club ruff for the defense. No, you were almost right. Declarer pulled trumps to try and avoid the club ruff because Declarer had only 2 losers outside of trumps, but the 4-1 trump split led to the contract's defeat. So a hefty swing going back the way of Vinciguerra there, 10 imps for picking the right game at one table. Ooh. Defense never touched clubs in the other room, so anyone can make 3-no trump. That's true. That's true. Just knock out the Queen of Hearts, knock out the Ace of Spades. Yeah, and we do have a Grand Slam alert. Oh my god. Zaveton. Yes, there's probably no chance that West passed. Well played. Well played. There it is. Wait a second. Wait a second. VuGraph Operator has made a comment after this auction has appeared on the table. I think West did pass. You know, he's learning from Nick Nickel. Wait, didn't Nickel lose the match? Yeah, Nickel lost the match. But this is like when Nickel passed. Partner opened the bidding and Nickel passed with an 11 count. This is quite the... Yeah, this is quite the position to be in as West. A diamond, 3 spades. I'm not that familiar with... Well, I've played a forcing pass system. I've played a forcing pass system before, so I'm somewhat familiar with how to handle these types of hands, but I was going to say I'm not that familiar with what to do when you're not playing a forcing pass and you get into this position. I think what I would probably do at the table is just assume that I wasn't a passed hand, but make sure that I made forcing bids at every opportunity. So, like, I would start with double. That seems very reasonable. Let's find a heart fit, maybe. Double doesn't sound forcing. Well, yeah, but it kind of helps me out that I'm a passed hand, right? Because partner's less likely to pass the double because he thinks I have fewer values. Okay, but now I would not double again over 4 of spades because this one probably would get passed out a lot of the time. I think 5 spades might be my choice. Yeah, Zabatin and I have the same idea. A 7 diamonds is also a possibility. I mean, okay, but like, here, realistically, there's no chance that our partner is going to cooperate with a slam try. Because we're a passed hand. So like, how could partner ever cooperate with us? I think we're just getting to 6 diamonds because once we've passed, partner's never gonna think that we have values. How does this work in forcing pass, and why haven't they done it up till now? Well, in a forcing pass system, we're already showing an opening hand when we pass, which means that we don't need to be nearly as oh god. Yep. That's... Who was it that went for a drink earlier? Hey, you know what? Mauberquez went for drinks earlier, and the Vugraph operator thought it was water, but I'm not so certain that it was water. Maybe it was spiked water. Yeah. Oh god. South is thinking about bidding again. This is a disaster. Okay, South passes. What do you lead as South? I mean, I think a low heart is pretty clear. Scotch or schnapps? So... maybe East-West aren't cheating. Maybe they're just really bad. That's the argument that, like that's the best argument. If you get accused of cheating, just be like, no, I'm just really bad. I didn't know better. This is some wild stuff. Long thought from South. I don't really understand leading anything other than a heart. Because, like, again, I say this all the time, you want to find a simple layout where you can beat the contract. If partner has the ace of hearts and the 10 of spades, I can get 2 heart ruffs and a spade trick. So, like, heart to the ace, heart ruff, spade over, heart ruff. Or I mean, like, you know, I guess ace of hearts, heart ruff, I could cash the spade ace. Maybe that's easier. But I really don't want to lead the ace of spades and have it get ruffed, lose out on my heart ruff, and like maybe partner has the club ace that's cashing, or maybe partner just has a club trick. Like I think a heart ruff is going to be a necessary trick to beat the contract. No, this is ridiculous. Get this guy out of here. How could you lead the ace of spades against this bidding? Okay, that was the fastest claim I've ever seen. I don't even think the ace of hearts, ace of spades was out of South's hand. Well, we're quickly on to board 13. Vinciguerra has overtaken the lead with 2 big pickups back to back. Heart by North, a spade by South. West has a pretty big hand, elects to double. I'm okay with the double. I think I would have just bid 2 clubs, but I understand doubling. The thing about double is that with the heart void, I'm very, very worried that North is just going to stick in a 3 heart bid quite often, and then it's going to come pass back to me, and I'm going to have this awkward decision like, do I double again? Do I bid 4 clubs? Do I just pass out 3 hearts? So I think I would have preferred coming in 2 clubs originally and then making a takeout double next. But here West got a little bit lucky. Only has to bid a suit at the 3 level. And he doesn't catch a very good hand from his partner, but it looks like it's going to be good enough to make 3 clubs. I suppose I'm not certain about that. If North decides that he needs to play trumps to avoid Declare getting a spade ruff, then Declare is going to be able to knock out the king of spades, win the next trump, pull trumps, knock out the queen of spades, and then knock out the king of diamonds. I think a forcing defense, like if North was able to find heart leads, might have given Declare a little bit of trouble, but probably would have still come to at least 9 tricks. Other room had a exciting result. 3 hearts doubled in the North. We got a 2 heart opener intermediate from North, which looks good. Pass. 3 heart preempt by South. I don't know how I feel about it, but I think it's okay. With 4 small spades, you kind of expect the opponent's fit is not necessarily in the spade suit, so the preempt could be effective to keep the opponents out of, I mean, probably a club fit of some kind. Double by West, and East with no values elects to pass the double. That is an exciting decision at imps, because East does have a trump trick, but he's going to require his partner to produce 4 defensive tricks from just a takeout double of hearts, which could easily be based on a 4-0, 4-5, like 12 count. I suppose East might actually have a good read on the hand, though. Now that I'm thinking about it, the 2 heart bid has limited North's hand, and the 3 heart bid is known to be a doubleton heart. And South with the doubleton heart and real values would not have bid 3 hearts. South would have just bid 2 no trump to ask or something else. So maybe East does know his partner has a huge hand over there. A little bit scary, though, to defend a doubled part score. Vulnerable. Last board of the set. Vinciguerra has been on a bit of a run at the end here. collecting 24 imps in the last 3 boards. East with a 14 count, this time elects to open a diamond rather than a no trump. I don't really understand why you would open a diamond with this hand, and where's the other one? Was it this? This? I'll get there eventually. I'm gonna find this one no opener on 14. Here it is. And open a no trump with this one. Like, what's so different about these hands that one of them is a diamond and the other's a no trump? Could it really be the vulnerability again? I mean, this is ludicrous. No one plays bridge like this. You don't just, like, adjust your system because of the vulnerability. I mean, unless you're Joe Grew and Brad Moss. But who are they, anyway? Well, a diamond by East, a heart by South, double showing 4 or 5 spades. One no by East, 2 hearts by West, transfer to spades, and they've arrived in their 5-2 spade fit. But it's right-sided. The stronger hand gets to declare. So that's going to make East pretty happy. Could have got here if East had just opened a no trump like a normal person. Normal transfer to spades. South does not have a very pretty hand to lead from. I was going to say I might be tempted by a trump. Like, I don't want to lead away from my aces, and leading into declares diamond suit away from king third is not that appealing. And so we do get the trump lead. Declara will surely take the finesse. I think this is going to win. No reason for North to take the king immediately. This could also create some sort of false sense of hope for Declara that the... okay. That the king of spades is on side. Declara takes a diamond finesse. South wins. I think we continue trumps. Again, we don't want to lead away from our aces, and with that 10 of diamonds and dummy, we don't want to give Declara a free diamond finesse. So spade seems the safest. I also think we kind of know partner has the king of spades. He really played the 2 of diamonds instead of the 10. Honestly, I have no idea what these guys are doing. But in this case, I think it makes a lot of sense to play the 2 instead of the 10. Because you want more entries to West's hand to take, like, club finesses, for example. So, like, if on the next round you lead the 10 and it holds, you're not, like, unhappy, because then you're still in dummy and can lead a club towards the king. But it's also possible he just plans to play ace of diamonds diamond rough or something like that. Okay, so we do get a spade continuation. This is very strong defense so far. 10 of hearts through. Also great play from North to make sure that Declara couldn't just duck this around to the 9 and playing South. The 4 of hearts. Really, the 4 of hearts? That was so scary. Why did we play the 4 of hearts here? Like, just play the jack, tap dummy. What are you doing? Like, if Declara pitches from dummy, why do you care if you're on lead? You just continue another heart. What was this 4 of hearts play? Oh my. I mean, I guess you're right in a sense. Like, if South, instead of playing that 4 of hearts, had led a low club, then Declare would be very upset they hadn't unblocked the 10 of diamonds earlier. So, I mean, maybe in that sense you're correct, that you should have unblocked the 10. Hey, Proquar. Well, glad that you're here. Happy to have you. Long time no see, definitely. This is the last day of this coverage, and then I actually need to catch up on things that I've been skipping for a while. So this is going to go down several tracks. Because South... What was that garbage? What is South doing? Hello? South is just pitching winners. What? South had a count on the hand. Declare had to pull another trump. Now there are no more trumps. He's gonna get in with the club ace. And then he could cash 2 hearts. Like, what was this nonsense? What? Push board. Well done. Well done. Now South is thinking about ducking? What was that? Yeah. You know, I understand that that as a sponsor you get some liberties. That it was such good defense up to that point. Alright. Well, that means the margin has been cut to 4, but Vinciguerra is still in the lead after the first segment of play.